the public. 30th, 2024.
Now, the news with Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Jill Reel.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us here on this Tuesday morning. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Jill Reel.
Yesterday turned out pretty warm, but things are going to be even warmer today, right?
Yeah, and the humidity is really going to increase, and so with that, we do run the risk for some thunderstorms this afternoon, but nothing severe. Good. Which is some good news.
Yeah.
But this is what we are tracking for today. Again, the heat and humidity are going to be returning across the region, and we will continue to track the hazy, hot, and humid weather over the next couple of days. And what goes along with that, of course, with the extra moisture in the atmosphere, some scattered thunderstorms as we go throughout the afternoon and evening. And it looks like the humidity is going to continue not only for this week, but as we head it towards the weekend. We're at 64 degrees officially at Griffith Park, 71 in Albany, 66 in Syracuse, 61 in Watertown. Again, the dew points aren't bad right now, but they are projected to increase as we go throughout the morning into the afternoon hours. So dry for this morning. So any outdoor activity, do it this morning. We do run the risk for some thunderstorms this afternoon. I'll track those thunderstorms coming up in just a bit. Gary?
Jill, thanks. And don't forget the Storm Tracker 2 forecast is never more than 10 minutes away. Officials on a state and federal level continue to make the rounds through Rome and other tornado-ravaged communities here in upstate New York to see the devastation firsthand. And this afternoon, Assembly Speaker Carl Heastie will be in Rome. Heastie will join Assemblywoman Marianne Buttonshon to see firsthand the damage from the EF2 tornado that ripped through the city's downtown area. Heastie will be on hand to discuss recovery efforts. We will have more on his visit tonight on the Live at 5 News Hour and News Channel 2 at 6. Meanwhile, on a federal level, U.S. Senator Chuck Schumer is pushing for federal dollars for the state's Mesonet Weather Network. He spoke at SUNY ECF in Syracuse on Monday about Rome's tornado and the changing environment in the region. The Mesonet system uses 127 sites around the state to track weather data. Schumer says funding for these sites is imperative to understand and forecast weather. The senator also gave an update on federal funding for Rome.
And as we all know, the Mohawk Valley and Rome in particular were particularly devastated. I spoke to the governor, I spoke to my good friend, County Executive of Oneida County, Tony Pacenti, and pledged support. Right now, just to keep you updated on that, we have a damage assessment phase. We're working hard with the local folks to get the FEMA money to replace the damage. And if you saw downtown Rome and the pictures of downtown Rome, it was devastating, devastating. You'd never think it would happen here. I've already talked to FEMA and said I want to make sure there's no red tape that gets in the way. We're going to push FEMA and the Small Business Administration to get us all of the money we need so we can help Rome and Loudville and Ilion and Homer and all the other impacted communities. Utica?
Meanwhile, the photos, the recovery, the volunteer efforts all speak volumes about the impact of the tornado in Rome. But listen to this. Oneida County's 911 Center released call data from July 16th, 2 weeks ago today, the day the tornado struck, and there were more than 2,700 calls for some type of help. 550 happened between 3 and 4 p.m. We have the full call log on our website, WKTV.com. Dispatchers helped restore power and open roads as quickly as possible. Meanwhile, the Red Cross has set up a temporary assistance in Rome for folks who have devastating property damage. And again, if your property was impacted by the tornado, the Red Cross is encouraging you to stop in at St. Peter's. They do have a shop set up in the bottom for assistance in the basement there. They have caseworkers available to evaluate the damage as well as toiletries and other essential items you might need.
First, we want to thank St. Peter's. Before St. Peter's, we've been outside for days under tents with the heat, with the wind and the rain. So being able to be in a facility like this has just been outstanding. We've been able to work with St. Peter's to help put out items for the community to come in. They've been able to meet with our caseworkers to find out what additional services that we can provide to help them in their recovery.
The Red Cross will be based out of St. Peter's until August 9th. Other news now, a Utica man is facing charges. Police say he stabbed his ex-girlfriend in
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired.
The time is 5:11. Let's take a look at that Munson Commutecast for this morning. We still have a few areas of concern, especially with construction throughout the week. So let's first make our stop in New Hartford. Now there is still construction on Genesee Street. This is from Gulf Ave to Richardson Ave. There may be some lane closures, one lane, as they are working on the sidewalk, signal work, as well as curb installation. And then we also have, of course, the work on I-790, that ramp from Leland Ave to Route 12. So there may be some lane closures as well as they are milling and paving that. Otherwise, sunshine to start for your Tuesday. Lots of sunshine, so grab the sunglasses as you head out the door. You may need the windshield wipers on your way home, as we will be tracking some thunderstorms. Look at that forecast coming up. Gary?
Jill, thanks. The 6 NASA astronauts.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Jill Reel.
Starting off this morning with quiet weather across Central New York as we take a live look downtown Utica on our Nexus camera. Again, we will see a beautiful sunrise in about 20 to 25 minutes, starting off in the 60s with that dew point now at 61. Now, 24 hours ago, that dew point was in the 50s, so we're beginning to see that dew point climb as we go throughout the morning and especially as we head it towards this afternoon. Temperatures not too bad to start. We are starting off in the 60s. We're at 64 degrees officially at Griffith Park. We're at 59 up in Inlet, 61 in Dalgill, 63 in Lake Pleasant, 68 in Westernville. As we head to the south across the southern valleys, waking up at 60 degrees in Cooperstown, 66 in Oneonta, and 59 in Sherburne. So as we go throughout the morning into the afternoon, you're going to notice the humidity really is going to increase. I wish I had better news, but it's not going to change. We're going to be dealing with very humid conditions, not only for today, but as we head towards Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and even into the weekends. If you're not a fan of the humidity, you may have to wait until next week to see that humidity begin to decrease across the region. Quiet conditions on our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Again, dry to start for this morning, but as we head throughout the morning into the afternoon, we are tracking a weak disturbance just to our west, and that is going to get close enough where we could see some showers and thunderstorms begin to develop as we go throughout the afternoon and into the evening hours. But there is a better chance for some rain as we head into Wednesday. So on our Skycast, as we go throughout the morning hours, lots of sunshine. But by noon, notice how quickly we warm up. 86 degrees in Utica by noon, 83 in Little Falls, 81 in Oneonta. As we go throughout the afternoon and evening hours, you'll notice some green showing up. Some pop-up showers and thunderstorms will begin to develop. Now, as we go throughout the afternoon, we're not expecting any severe weather, just your generic thunderstorms and some rain moving into the region as we go throughout the afternoon, continuing into the evening. So you notice by 10 p.m., we're still seeing some scattered showers and thunderstorms. A better chance for some rain on Wednesday, and with that chance of rain and cloud cover, it's not going to be as warm, with temperatures topping off near 80 degrees as we head towards Wednesday afternoon. So for today, dry to start, hot and humid with some thunderstorms during the afternoon as we head into tonight. A few lingering showers. Muggy, though. We're only going to drop back to near 70 degrees. And taking a look at the rest of your forecast. For tomorrow, not as hot because we are going to be dealing with more in the way of some showers and some thunderstorms across the region. But the heat continues for Thursday and into Friday and even into the weekend. Gary?
Jill, thanks. Some sad news to pass along this morning. Oneida County
News with Gary Lipitor and meteorologist Jill Reel.
Good morning once again, and thank you for joining us for this half hour. I'm Gary Lipitor.
And I'm meteorologist Jill Reel.
And don't say it. Thunderstorms coming.
Yes, but nothing severe. I know, people
Yeah.
are very nervous about it, but we're not expecting any severe weather for today. Just your traditional pop-up thunderstorm, maybe a little bit of heavy rain, but nothing to be concerned about.
Good to know.
Yes, very good. We're taking a live look down in Oneonta from our Hartwick camera. Again, a beautiful start to the day. We're not seeing too much in the way of cloud cover this morning, but as you step outside, you will notice it's a little bit more humid compared to Monday morning, and temperatures are quite warm as well. We are starting off at 64 degrees at Griffith Park, 71 in Albany, 72 in Ithaca. Again, the humidity is beginning to increase. Notice those dew points now in the 60s, which means it's going to be quite muggy as we go throughout the morning into the afternoon. You will notice the chance for some thunderstorms as we head towards the afternoon, primarily after the noon hour. They will be scattered throughout the afternoon and into the early evening hours. I'll track those rain showers plus the humidity. When will it come to an end? You're not going to like my answer. Gary, back to you.
Jill, thanks. And don't forget the Storm Tracker 2 forecast is never more than 10 minutes away. Vice President Kamala Harris is back on the campaign trail.
The time is 5:43 and we are waking up with quiet weather across the region. If you did not get a chance to check out the gorgeous sunset last night, we have a viewer photo sent in to us at WKTV.com/weather/pics. This is the sunset photo over the city of Utica last night. Now we got to see some vibrant colors due to the extra moisture in the air, as well as just a little bit of smoke from those Canadian wildfires. Again, if you want to submit a photo, WKTV.com/weather/pics. Now we are going to see nice sunrise this morning, but the chance of rain will increase as we go throughout the afternoon hours, especially the second half of this afternoon into the evening. Now you will notice that chance of rain will be around throughout the day tomorrow. So if you need to do any outdoor activities, I highly recommend doing so this morning, as we will see some showers this afternoon. Better chance for some rain as we head towards Wednesday. Temperatures are going to be quite mild. We'll make our ways into the upper 80s to near 90 degrees. I'll track that heat and humidity coming up in just a bit. Gary?
Jill, thanks. A reminder about a traffic alert in
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Jill Reel.
We are starting off with quiet conditions across central New York. We'll see a little bit of sunshine this morning before unsettled weather returns this afternoon. Live look downtown Utica on our Nexus camera. Again, seeing some filtered sunshine to start for this morning. That sunrise in about 5 minutes at 5:53. We're currently at 64 degrees at Griffith Park. Again, the dew point is going to be the big story over the next several days. We started off with dew points in the 50s on Monday, and now our dew points are in the 60s. So it's going to be quite uncomfortable outside as we go throughout the work week and into the weekend. 64 degrees officially at Griffith Park, already up to 71 degrees in Albany, 66 in Syracuse, 61 in Watertown. Closer to home, we're at 59 degrees in Inlet, 61 in Dolgeville, 62 in Little Falls. Look at that, already at 68 degrees in Westernville, 67 in Deansboro. Same story across the Southern Valley, 60 in Cooperstown, 66 in Oneonta. The cool spot, 59 in Sherburne. So as we go throughout the morning into the afternoon, you are going to notice an increase in that dew point or humidity. It's going to feel very tropical outside, not only for today, but the next several days. So even though tomorrow our highs will only be in the 80s, it's going to be very uncomfortable because of that humidity. So you're going to want to probably keep running those air conditioners over the next several days just for the dampness that is going to be around, especially tomorrow when we see that rain. Speaking of rain, no rain showing up on our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. The weather is quiet for this morning, but we are tracking a weak disturbance to our west that will bring us a chance for some rain and some thunderstorms today, a better chance for showers and thunderstorms on Wednesday. So on our Skycast by noon, partly cloudy skies. We're already up into the mid to upper 80s. You will notice as we go throughout the afternoon and evening some pop-up showers and thunderstorms. Again, any thunderstorms that do develop will not be on the severe sides. We do not have to worry about that for today. We will continue to see that chance of rain as we head into the overnight, so probably want to close those windows and put the air conditioner on tonight, as temperatures will only drop back into the low 70s. So very warm start for your Wednesday. You'll notice that chance of rain will be around throughout Wednesday morning and into Wednesday afternoon and evening. So for today, dry to start, some thunderstorms this afternoon. We will be near 90 degrees tonight, only dropping back to near 70 degrees with some scattered showers. And then we will see a better chance for some rain as we head towards Wednesday. And with that rain chances, we're going to see temperatures in the 80s, but still very humid, drying out as we head towards Thursday. Gary?
Jill, thanks. Well, here's a story for you. Many people here in our area have been seeing a young man biking around. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us here. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Jill Reel.
And I know you probably watched the men's gymnastics during the day yesterday
Yes.
live. I caught it on tape, and it kept me up pretty late last night.
Yeah, so I know it started early, like 11:30, so I recorded it, so I got home.
Oh, nice.
And then I could fast forward, when we were not
Mm-hmm.
performing, and then I got caught up on that, and then I had to watch swimming, and then I had to watch women's beach volleyball. It's just, it's like my life right now.
It is awesome. It is awesome.
It's so great to watch. And this afternoon will be a great time to watch because it's going to be raining outside. Yeah, but this morning we are talking about quiet weather as we take a live look downtown in Oneonta. Again, quiet weather for this morning. We're starting to see that sunrise and daylight across the region as we look from Hartwick College. Now this morning, not too bad outside. We are starting off with temperatures in the 60s. We're at 64 degrees officially at Griffith Park. 71 in Albany, 65 in Syracuse, but that dew point is beginning to increase. You're going to notice that humidity as we go throughout the morning into the afternoon. And with that humidity comes that chance of rain, especially after the noon hour. That chance of rain is going to increase with a few thunderstorms. I'll track that rain coming up in less than 10 minutes. Gary?
Jill, thanks. And don't forget, the Storm Tracker 2 forecast is never more than 10 minutes away. While officials on both the state and federal level continue to make the rounds to Rome and other tornado-ravaged communities here in upstate New York to see the devastation firsthand. And this afternoon, Assembly Speaker Carl Heastie will visit. Heastie will join Assemblywoman Marianne Buttonchawn in Rome to see firsthand the damage from that EF2 tornado that ripped through the city's downtown area 2 weeks ago today. Heastie will be on hand to discuss recovery efforts, and we'll have much more on his visit tonight on the Live at 5 News Hour and News Channel 2 at 6. Meanwhile, on a federal level, U.S. Senator Chuck Schumer is pushing for federal dollars for the state's Mesonet Weather Network following the tornadoes here in upstate New York. He spoke at SUNY ESF in Syracuse on Monday about Rome's tornado and the changing environment in the region. The Mesonet system uses 127 sites around the state to track weather data. Schumer says funding for these sites is imperative to understand and forecast weather and help keep people safe. Now, the senator also gave an update on the federal funding for Rome.
And as we all know, the Mohawk Valley and Rome in particular were particularly devastated. I spoke to the governor, I spoke to my good friend, County Executive of Oneida County, Tony Picenti, and pledged support. Right now, just to keep you updated on that, we have a damage assessment phase. We're working hard with the local folks to get the FEMA money to replace the damage. And if you saw downtown Rome and the pictures of downtown Rome, it was devastating, devastating. You'd never think it would happen here. I've already talked to FEMA and said I want to make sure there's no red tape that gets in the way. We're going to push FEMA and the Small Business Administration to get us all of the money we need so we can help Rome and Louville and Ilion and Homer and all the other impacted communities. Utica?
Meanwhile, the photos, the recovery, the volunteer efforts all speak about the impact of the tornado in Rome. But listen to this. Oneida County's 911 Center released call data from July 16th, 2 weeks ago today, the day the tornado struck. And there were more than 2,700 calls for some type of help. 550 of those happened between 3 and 4 o'clock. We have the full call log at WKTV.com. Now, dispatchers helped restore power and open roads as quickly as possible. The Red Cross has set up a new temporary assistance center at St. Peter's Church in Rome to help the folks in the area. If your property was impacted by the tornado, the Red Cross is encouraging you to stop in at St. Peter's. They have caseworkers there available to evaluate damage as well as hand out toiletries and other essential items.
First, we want to thank St. Peter's. Before St. Peter's, we've been outside for days under tents with the heat, with the wind and the rain. So being able to be in a facility like this has just been outstanding. We've been able to work with St. Peter's to help put out items for the community to come in. They've been able to meet with our caseworkers to find out what additional services that we can provide to help them in their recovery.
And the Red Cross will be based out of St. Peter's in Rome until August 9th. Other news now, a Utica man is facing charges. Police say he stabbed.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired.
It is 6:12, just in time for your Munson Commutecast. We have a couple of traffic alerts to pass along to you for this morning. The first one is in New Hartford. This is from Gulf Ave in New Hartford to Richardson Ave in South Utica. There's going to be some lane closures as road crews are going to be working on a traffic signal as well as sidewalk and curb installation. And of course, we also have a traffic alert for North Utica. This is the I-790 ramp from Leland Ave to Route 12 southbound. Again, they are dealing with repaving that area as well as installing a signal on North Genesee Street. If you are heading out the door this morning, again, no travel problems, weather-related travel problems for this morning. We're going to see plenty of sunshine as we head towards this afternoon, though we do run the risk for a few thunderstorms. I'll track those storms coming up. Gary?
Well, thanks. Check this out right here. The 6th NASA astronauts.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Jill Reel.
A dry start for your Tuesday as we track some heat and humidity moving into the area. I live look downtown Utica on our Nexus camera. We are starting off again with temperatures in the 60s with some sunshine across the region, but you will notice those dew points are beginning to increase. So our dew point right now is at 62. 24 hours ago it was in the 50s. So we're going to feel that humidity begin to creep in as we go throughout the morning into the afternoon hours. Temperatures already in the 70s in the Albany area, 71 degrees in Albany, but a nice comfortable 57 at Saranac Lake, 60 in Watertown. As we zoom in closer to central New York, we're starting off at 59 in Inlet, 59 as well in Lowville. 68 in Westernville, 61 in Little Falls. Across the southern valleys, waking up in the upper 50s to low 60s, 66 in Oneonta, 61 in Cooperstown, and 61 in Unadilla. So quiet weather for this morning, but you will notice the increase in the humidity. And I wish I had some better news, but the humidity is sticking around. So we're talking about tropical-like weather for today, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and even into the weekend. Doesn't look like we're going to see some relief until next week. So we're going to be dealing with warm temperatures and humidity, which means the chance for some showers and thunderstorms each of those days. On our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, the weather is quiet for this morning, but we are tracking a weak disturbance to our west that will give us a few showers and thunderstorms later on today, but a better chance of some rain as we head into Wednesday. So for this morning, quiet conditions, a mix of sun and clouds. Look how quickly we warm up into the mid-80s. So by the noon hour, we're at 86 degrees in Utica. After about 2-3 o'clock, you will notice that chance for some showers and thunderstorms. Now, not everybody is going to see the rain today. Just need to keep an eye on the sky. Any thunderstorms that do develop will not be on the severe side, so just be aware of that. We're just dealing with your generic thunderstorms for this afternoon. Now, that chance of rain will continue for this evening into tonight. It's going to be a muggy night, not the best sleeping weather. Temperatures only drop back into the low 70s. A better chance for some scattered showers as we go throughout Wednesday morning, continuing into Wednesday afternoon and Wednesday evening. So for today, dry to start, a few thunderstorms this afternoon, hot and humid with temperatures near 90 degrees. For tonight, we'll only drop back to near 70 degrees with some scattered showers. And taking a look at the rest of your forecast, again for tomorrow, temperatures are slightly less hot because of that chance of rain, with temperatures in the low 80s, but you will notice not one, not two, but 3 humids on our 7-day. We're going to be dealing with very humid conditions pretty much for the next week. Gary?
Yeah, well, we'll have
It
to
is
deal with
summer.
Yeah, we had a nice weekend, though.
We did.
Well, we do have some sad.
Now, the news with Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Jill Reel.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for this half hour. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Jill Reel.
And if you missed the men's gymnastics last night, boy, there was a lot to talk about.
There was, and everybody loves, we're talking about Steve.
Yeah.
He was the lone star on the pommel horse.
The dedicated guy. He waited all night long for that one event, and
He nailed it.
boy, did he.
And he took his glasses off, and I was like, my question is, could he see when he was doing it? Because then he put his glasses
Right
back
back on, yeah. He's kind of neat.
He needs some contacts. That's
Yeah.
what he needs. Anyways, gorgeous start to the day. Check out this sunrise down in Oneonta on our Hartwick College camera. Again, beautiful start. We will see lots of sunshine this morning, but that is going to change as we head towards this afternoon, as we will be tracking some showers and thunderstorms. We're currently at 64 degrees at Griffiths Park, 72 in Albany, as well as Buffalo. But the big story, of course, the dew points. Right now, our dew point not too bad at 62, but it is going to continue to increase as we go throughout the morning and into the afternoon. Look at Albany at 67, Buffalo at 65. So do expect humid conditions for today, and because of that humidity, we do run the risk for some thunderstorms as we head towards this afternoon into the evening hours. I'll track those storms coming up. Gary?
Jill, thanks. And don't forget the Storm Tracker 2 forecast is never more than 10 minutes away each morning. Vice President Kamala Harris is back on the campaign trail hosting a rally in Georgia.
The time is 6:42. If you missed it, we had a beautiful sunset last night, and thankfully we have some viewer photos of that sunset. This one is from the city of Utica. Again, lots of vibrant oranges and pinks and reds. This is due to the moisture in the air as well as the clouds and a little bit of that wildfire smoke from up in Canada. If you have any summer weather photos, we want to see them. All you have to do is go to WKTV.com/weather/pics. Now, we're not going to see as nice of a sunset tonight because we're going to be dealing with some rain. So you will notice by the mid-afternoon that chance of rain increases into the likely category. So do expect scattered showers throughout the afternoon into the evening hours. And that chance of rain will be around throughout the entire day on Wednesday. It's not until Wednesday night that chance of rain will begin to decrease. So for this morning, enjoy the sunshine while we have it. Again, after about 2-3 o'clock is when we'll see that chance for some showers and thunderstorms. I'll track that rain coming up. Gary?
Jill, thanks. A reminder this morning about a traffic alert.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Jill Rio.
A quiet and warm start for your Tuesday, but we are tracking some showers and thunderstorms later on this afternoon. Live look downtown Utica on our Nexus camera. Again, a beautiful start to the day. Lots of sunshine for this morning, and we're noticing that humidity is beginning to increase. We're at 64 degrees officially at Griffith Park, but check out that dew point, now up to 62. This time on Monday, we were in the 50s. You're going to notice the increase in humidity across the region as we go throughout the morning and afternoon. Already in the 70s in Buffalo and in Albany, 72 in Albany, but cool up at Saranac Lake at 57 degrees, 71 in Ithaca as well. So temperatures across the region, mid to upper 60s with the exception of up north in Lowville and Inlet at 59 degrees, but 68 in Westernville, 66 in Deansboro, 61 in Little Falls. Across the Southern Valley, 61 in Hamilton, as well as Cooperstown, 66 in Oneonta, and 59 in Sherburne. So as we go throughout the morning into the afternoon, that humidity is going to increase, and we're not really going to see a break in that humidity until next week. So yes, tropical-like dew points for today, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, even into the weekend. We won't see that relief until next week. So just be aware that we're going to be dealing with humid conditions over the next several days. So once that rain begins to develop, it may be heavy at times just because of all the moisture in the air. But no rain right now on our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. As we go throughout the morning and especially this afternoon, we have a weak disturbance that's going to begin to move in from the west. As it does, we'll have that chance for a few thunderstorms this afternoon, but a better chance for some rain as we head into Wednesday. So on our Skycast, again, look how quickly the temperatures warm up. So by the noon hour, 86 in Utica, 81 in Oneonta, 79 in Old Forge. After about 2-3 o'clock, you'll notice some green showing up. So some pop-up showers, a few thunderstorms possible throughout the afternoon. Again, any thunderstorms that do develop will not be on the severe side. So we're not talking about severe weather for today. Just some pockets of rain and some thunder as we go throughout the afternoon. That chance of rain is going to continue for this evening into tonight. So don't expect to cool off too much tonight as temperatures will stay in the 70s throughout the overnight with a better chance for some showers and thunderstorms as we head into Wednesday. So for today, dry to start, some showers and thunderstorms this afternoon, very warm and humid with temperatures in the upper 80s to near 90 degrees. Tonight, we're only going to drop back into the 70s with some scattered showers as we head into the overnight. And taking a look at the rest of your forecast, again, a better chance for some rain as we head into Wednesday, and that will keep temperatures a little bit Slightly cooler in the low 80s, but still very humid, and that humidity will linger into the weekend. And finally, some relief for next week. Gary?
Jill, thanks. Here's a story for you. Many people here in our area have been seeing.
Now, the news with Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Jill Real.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us here on the CW11. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Jill Real.
And it got pretty warm yesterday, but a little bit steamier today, right?
Yeah, and a little bit more humid as well. So you're going to feel that humidity, but a gorgeous start this morning. If you take a live look down in Oneonta, check out the sunshine. And we're going to continue to see that sunshine throughout the morning. Beautiful shot right there. Again, it's going to get warm and humid pretty fast across the region, so just be aware that temperatures are going to be quite mild for today. We are at 66 degrees at Griffiths Park, 72 in Albany, 72 in Buffalo, but you notice the dew point. That dew point is increasing, so now we're in the mid-60s. So as you step outside, you're going to notice that difference in the humidity as we go throughout the morning into the afternoon. Speaking of afternoon, that is our best chance for some showers and some thunderstorms, primarily after 12 p.m., closer to 2 to 3. I'll track those showers and thunderstorms coming up in just a bit. Gary?
Jill, thanks. Officials on a state and federal level continue to make the rounds through Rome and other tornadoes in upstate New York to see the devastation firsthand. And this afternoon, Assembly Speaker Carl Heastie will take a trip from Albany to visit Rome. Heastie will join Assemblywoman Marianne Buttonshaw in Rome to see firsthand the damage from the EF2 tornado that ripped through the city's downtown area. Heastie will be on hand to discuss recovery efforts, and we will have more on his visit tonight on the Live at 5 News Hour and News Channel 2 at 6. And at the federal level, U.S. Senator Chuck Schumer is pushing for federal dollars for the state's Mesonet weather network after the series of tornadoes here in upstate New York this month. Yesterday, he spoke at SUNY ESF, that is, in Syracuse, about the tornadoes and the changing environment in the region. The Mesonet system uses 127 sites around the state to track weather data. Schumer says funding for these sites is imperative to understand and forecast weather quickly. The senator also gave an update on federal funding for our region.
And as we all know, the Mohawk Valley and Rome in particular were particularly devastated. I spoke to the governor, I spoke to my good friend, County Executive of Oneida County, Tony Picenti, and pledged support. Right now, just to keep you updated on that, we have a damage assessment phase. We're working hard with the local folks to get the FEMA money to replace the damage. And if you saw downtown Rome and the pictures of downtown Rome, it was devastating, devastating. You'd never think it would happen here. I've already talked to FEMA and said I want to make sure there's no red tape that gets in the way. We're going to push FEMA and the Small Business Administration to get us all of the money we need so we can help Rome and Loudville and Ilion and Homer and all the other impacted communities. Utica?
And the photos, the recovery, and the volunteer efforts all speak volumes about the impact of the tornado in Rome. But listen to this. Oneida County's 911 Center released call data from July 16th, 2 weeks ago today, the day the tornado struck. And there were more than 2,700 calls for some type of help. We have the full call log at WKTV.com. Dispatchers helped restore power and open roads as quickly as possible. And the Red Cross has now set up a new temporary assistance center in Rome. This time it's at the St. Peter's Church in their basement. Now, if you have property that was impacted by the tornado, the Red Cross is encouraging you to stop in to see them at St. Peter's. They have caseworkers on hand to evaluate your damage, as well as hand out toiletries and other essential items that you might need.
First, we want to thank St. Peter's. Before St. Peter's, we've been outside for days under tents with the heat, with the wind and the rain. So being able to be in a facility like this has just been outstanding. We've been able to work with St. Peter's to help put out items for the community to come in. They've been able to meet with our caseworkers to find out what additional services that we can provide to help them in their recovery.
And the Red Cross will be based out of the basement of St. Peter's Church in Rome until August 9th if you need help. Other news now, a Utica man is facing charges. Police say
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Jill Real.
Starting off this morning with quiet weather, some sunshine and humid conditions as we take a live look downtown Utica on our Nexus camera. Again, seeing beautiful sunshine to start, and we're keeping an eye on temperatures and dew points as we go throughout the morning into the afternoon. Officially at Griffith Park, we are now up to 66 degrees, but notice that dew point is now up to 63, so about 5 degrees higher than what it was on Monday. So just be aware that we're going to be dealing with humid conditions as we go throughout the morning and into the afternoon. So we're at 66 degrees at Griffith Park, 72 in Albany, 71 in Poughkeepsie, 62 in Watertown. As we zoom in, temperatures across the region in the upper 50s to mid 60s, 59 in Loudville, but now up to 61 in Inlet, 63 in Dalgeville, close to 70 in Westonville as well as Deansboro. As we head to the south across the southern valleys, 62 in Cooperstown, up to 70, a warm spot in Oneonta, 63 in Hamilton as well as Sherburne. So as we go throughout the morning into the afternoon, those dew points are going to continue to climb. And I wish I had better news, but we're going to be dealing with high dew points not only for today, pretty much the rest of the work week and into the weekend. Doesn't look like we're going to see any relief until next week. So if you're not a fan of the humidity, unfortunately, this is not the week for you. Quiet conditions on our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker to Doppler radar as we go throughout the morning into the afternoon, tracking this area of low pressure to our west. That will bring us a few showers as we go throughout the afternoon hours. A better chance for some rain as we head into Wednesday morning and into Wednesday afternoon. So on our Skycast, again, for the first half of today, dry. So by the noon hour, we're up to 86 degrees in Utica, 81 in Boonville, 86 in Camden, 81 in Cooperstown. After about 2-3 o'clock, that's when we'll see those showers and thunderstorms develop. Again, any thunderstorms that do develop will not be on the severe side, but could contain some heavy rain because there is a lot of moisture in the air. As we head into tonight, showers will be sticking around. Temperatures will only drop back into the 70s as we head into the overnight. And then tomorrow, scattered showers as we go throughout the morning, continuing into the afternoon hours. So for today, it's going to be a hot one, humid with a few thunderstorms this afternoon. Tonight, we're going to drop back to near 70 degrees, so it's going to be a muggy night. And taking a look at the rest of your forecast, as we head towards tomorrow, better chance for some showers and some thunderstorms with temperatures in the low 80s. We do dry out on Thursday, near 90 degrees with humid conditions, more showers and thunderstorms as we head towards the weekend.
News with Gary Liberatore.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us here on this Tuesday afternoon. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Jill Reel.
And things are about to change weather-wise, right?
Yeah, we're keeping an eye on the radar. Things are quiet right now. Lots of sunshine this morning. If you step outside, you haven't been outside, it is humid.
Yeah.
So with that humidity and the heat, we could see a few thunderstorms this afternoon. But right now, quiet on our Nexus camera downtown Utica. Just seeing a few fair weather clouds for this afternoon. But things are going to begin to change as we go throughout the afternoon and into the early evening hours. One thing changing is our temperature. We're up to 84 degrees at Griffith Park. Notice in Ithaca, thunderstorm being reported in Ithaca right now. 84 in Albany, 85 in Buffalo. But it's not just the temperature, it is the humidity. We started off this morning of a dew point of 60. Our dew point right now is 71. Anytime you have a dew point in the 70s, it is very uncomfortable outside, so we're going to keep a close eye on those dew points and that chance of rain for the next 12 hours, especially as we head towards this afternoon into the evening hours. I'll track those showers and thunderstorms coming up. Gary?
Jill, thanks. A Madison County man is facing a number of charges this noon after sheriff's officials say
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Jill Reel.
The heat and humidity have returned across central New York, and with that comes a chance for some showers and thunderstorms, but right now quiet as we take a look downtown at Utica. Quiet conditions. There is some haziness to the sky because of the extra moisture in the atmosphere. We're up to 84 degrees at Griffith Park, but you factor in that dew point, which is 71. It feels like 89. Very tropical outside, and those dew points are going to stay in the 70s as we head into the next couple of days. 89 degrees in Syracuse. We're at 77 with a thunderstorm in Ithaca, 82 in Hamilton, 82 at Saranac Lake. Let's zoom in and see what temperatures are across central New York. 85 in Westmoreland as well as Lowville, even Inlet up into the 80s at 82 degrees. 80 in Daleville as we head to the south across the southern valleys. 83 in Cooperstown, 81 in Oneonta, and 82 in Hamilton. So it is warm and humid for this afternoon. Quiet conditions on our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, but notice thunderstorm has just developed over Ithaca, and as we go throughout the afternoon hours, we are going to be tracking a line of showers and a few thunderstorms just to our west. You'll notice a few pop-up showers now just beginning. Again, as the atmosphere begins to unstabilize, we're going to see some pop-up showers and a few thunderstorms for this afternoon. Now, any thunderstorms that do develop look to not be on the severe side. So we are just going to see your typical summer thunderstorms for this afternoon, but we do have to keep an eye on is those thunderstorms that do contain some heavy rain. We have a lot of moisture in the air, so any thunderstorms that do develop could have heavy rain moving into the area for this afternoon. Speaking of rain, notice that increase jumps at about 6 p.m., a better chance for some rain. That rain will be on and off throughout the overnight into tomorrow. So most of tomorrow will feature on and off showers and cloudy skies. Looks like that rain really doesn't come to an end until Wednesday evening into Wednesday night. And then we will see dry conditions once again on Thursday. So on our Skycast, again, dry for the early this afternoon, but after about 2, 3 o'clock, some pop-up showers. Better chance for showers and thunderstorms by 5 p.m. with temperatures near 90 degrees. We will continue to see on and off showers tonight, so that does mean it is going to be a warm and muggy night. We're only going to drop back into the 70s, and then you'll notice for tomorrow, more in the way of some rain during the morning and during the afternoon as a cold front moves through the area. So do expect more showers for Wednesday. So some afternoon thunderstorms will be near 90 degrees, very humid as well tonight. Not the best sleeping weather. We'll drop back to near 70 degrees with some scattered showers. Again, a better chance for some rain for tomorrow. That is why temperatures are slightly cooler in the 80s. But we're back into the upper 80s to near 90 degrees as we head towards Thursday with a mix of sun and clouds. Our next chance of rain looks to arrive for Friday and into the weekend. So we are going to be seeing some pop-up thunderstorms later this afternoon, but nothing severe.
That's good to hear.
Very good news.
Yeah, so just be prepared.
Yeah, exactly.
And be prepared if you are heading.
News with Kristen Copeland and Jason Powers.
Loved the sunshine today, a little bit of rain, but this heat and humidity is also bringing the risk of storms.
Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis is tracking it all from the Weather Center tonight. Good evening.
Yeah, we are tracking a few scattered showers and storms. Most of this activity is happening north of the Mohawk Valley. A few thunderstorms across northern Oneida County and into the Adirondacks. It's a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Storms are moving in from the southwest. They're heading to the northeast. So again, a lot of the activity that we're currently seeing is going to move out of the area. But we do have the risk of thunderstorms for tonight, and it's expected to be widespread as we head into tomorrow. Widespread storms. 85 degrees is the current temperature. It's very humid. Got high humidity in place, and that's going to stick around here for the next several days. Any showers and storms that develop over the next 24 hours will be capable of producing some locally heavy rainfall, and the humidity looks to stick around as we head throughout the remainder of the week. Again, a couple of scattered storms to track this evening. Very humid, temperatures in the upper 70s to low 80s. We're tracking widespread storms for tomorrow. We'll look at the forecasts coming up. Back over to you.
The Red Cross, remember, is set up at St. Peter's Church in Rome for the next 2 weeks to help tornado victims recover. If you would like to donate to the Red Cross efforts, today is the day to do it. You see a number at the bottom of your screen, 1-800-HELP-NOW. At the church, there are caseworkers to help people and essential supplies that can be picked up.
So we've been seeing people come in a lot for toiletry items. Obviously, the children things like diapers have been a big piece. We've seen a lot of cleaning supplies, lots and lots of cleanup supplies, from brooms to bleach to buckets. People are just looking for ways to put normalcy back in their lives.
Again, that phone number, 1-800-HELP-NOW.
State Assembly Speaker Carl Heastie toured tornado damage in Rome today and brought with him a $2 million state commitment. $1 million in capital funds and $1 million in operating funds for the city. 7 homes were completely destroyed. 86 were deemed unfit, and 440 are in need of repair after the July 16th storm.
This is going to be an ongoing conversation. You know, hoping that the feds step in and do what they're supposed to do, but count us in to continue to help the city of Rome and Oneida County to recover from this, and the people of Rome and Oneida County. So just count us in.
And on the federal level, still waiting on a disaster declaration from FEMA.
Low and moderate income families will soon get help with cost of living expenses. The governor announced today $350
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
High levels of humidity are going to stick around as we head throughout the week. We're also looking at the risk for a few thunderstorms. This is a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. The activity that we're seeing across the area this evening is mainly north of the Mohawk Valley. We've got a thunderstorm over Lake Pleasant moving to the north and east. A few more scattered showers near Boonville. Some heavier activity in Oswego County will generally miss our area. These are moving to the north and east. So for now, things are looking relatively quiet in our area. We'll be keeping an eye on these storms in Pennsylvania. These, if they survive the trip, would be arriving in our area probably closer to 11 o'clock until midnight or so. Again, that is if they do survive the trip. Live look at downtown Utica, 85 degrees. We hit 89 unofficially at Griffiths. That's the unofficial high. Might have hit it between hours here, but certainly felt like it. And that humidity is going to stay very high over the next several days. It's going to feel tropical with dew points near 70 just about every day throughout the rest of the week. Our sky watchers are checking in with temperatures in the 80s. Whitesboro 84, Yorkville 89, Cassville 82, Sandy and Fairfield 85 degrees. Mark and Milford with 82. We've got a disturbance moving in from the west. This is going to bring widespread showers and storms to our area as we head into tomorrow. Thankfully, there's not a lot of wind shear in the environment, so these storms, most of them should not be severe, but they could produce some locally heavy rainfall. Storm Tracker 2 Skycast tonight, scattered showers, maybe a rumble of thunder. A very muggy night, overnight lows only in the low 70s. Showers, thunderstorms are expected on Wednesday, especially in the afternoon. Because of that, temperatures will be cooler than today, will be in the low 80s, but again, it's going to be very, very humid. Heading into tomorrow night, partly cloudy skies. The weather looks quieter on Thursday. While I can't rule out a thunderstorm, I think it's a relatively low chance, so we're going to keep it out of the forecast here. Sunshine, temperatures climb into the mid-80s. As far as rainfall goes, where storms slow down, there could be some locally higher amounts. So there is the possibility that some places could get some localized flooding tomorrow. It's impossible to say exactly where this would be, but there is that risk there tomorrow, and it's a relatively small risk. Again, I think most of us are looking at rainfall amounts between about a half an inch to as much as an inch. Scattered storms tonight, 71 for the overnight low. Tomorrow, thunderstorms in the afternoon, 82 for the high. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. The humidity sticks around, and it's going to be a hot week ahead. Temperatures in the upper 80s again Thursday and Friday. Showers and storms expected over the weekend. Temperatures in the mid-80s. There will be a drop in the humidity and some cooler weather with highs near 80 on Monday and Tuesday. We'll be right back.
With Jason Palace.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. Rescue crews were called to the scene of a one-car crash on Route 8 in Poland. And tonight, state police are Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis. Normally, when you're up this high, there's a little bit of a concern about the weather. Not too bad tomorrow, but we want to be on, I don't want to say alert, but we want to be ready for any of the heavy rains that could be coming in.
We'll call it an awareness day.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah,
I like that.
It's an awareness day. It's not quite to that level of this being an alert day, but just be aware. Tomorrow, main concern here, ponding on the roads, localized flooding.
Okay.
We have a lot of humidity in the environment, and it's tough to say exactly where that would be taking place or how widespread that would be, but there is that chance there just because we're dealing with the high humidity. The timing is going to be late afternoon, and again, some locally heavy rain in the cards here as we head into tomorrow. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. We are tracking a couple of showers out there this evening. We'll see a few more of these heading into tonight. It's very muggy out there. The dew point has really jumped to 68 degrees. It's still 78 degrees at 10 o'clock this evening. We hit 90, by the way, earlier this afternoon. As we get into tonight, it's going to be a warm one. We've got temperatures in the low 80s tomorrow, and then we'll make a run towards 90 again on Thursday and Friday with the humidity sticking around. Heading into tonight, good night to run the air conditioner. Overnight lows are expected to be only around 70. We're tracking the timing of those storms and how much rain could fall across the region. That's coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. Staying on the story, the New York State Assembly is sending $2 million to the city of Rome for their tornado recovery. That's according to the Assembly Speaker, Carl Heastie, who visited the damaged sites today. News Channel 2's Luke Radel has been following the government response to this storm and joins us now live in studio with the latest. Luke, good evening.
Jason, in the 2 weeks since that storm touched down in the city of Rome, a parade of government officials have come through making promises that help is on the way. And tonight, we're seeing the first concrete numbers on exactly how much money will be coming in from the state of New York. The Speaker of the State Assembly meets with local leaders and sees things on the ground in Rome up close and personal.
You see things on TV or, or people call you and tell you have like your own visual in mind, but it doesn't have the same impact as it does when you actually come in and see it for yourself and to see what has happened, not just to the buildings, but to the people.
The buildings and the people will be getting a 7-figure boost in state assembly funds.
The New York State Assembly is going to do $2 million for the city of Rome. We're going to do $1 million in operating money and then $1 million in capital. But
Visibly excited by this announcement, the mayor of Rome, Jeffrey Lanigan.
It's really going to help us bring back the city to what it was, and I promise you guys from the very beginning we're going to come back bigger and stronger. So this is just a step in the right direction for that, so I truly thank you for that.
Lanigan maintains that roughly $25 million will be needed to pay for the demolition of dozens of buildings damaged beyond repair by the storm. Heastie says a further announcement from the governor's office is coming soon that could provide more funding to the city. The mayor says this is a step in the right direction, but the recovery process is ongoing.
You guys will probably see us back here in a couple weeks asking for more help, but I promise you every dollar and every bit of help is going to go in the right direction.
Now, in addition to that expected announcement from Governor Kathy Hochul, we're also continuing to monitor the federal government's response to the situation. Oneida County Executive Anthony Picenti says that they are currently filling out all of the necessary paperwork to apply for money from FEMA. That will help fill up that $25 million hole ripped through the city of Rome just 2 weeks ago. Jason?
All right, Luke Radel reporting. Thank you. The Red Cross, remember, is set up at St. Peter's Church in Rome for the next 2 weeks to help tornado victims recover. If you would like to donate to the Red Cross efforts, today is the day to do it. See that number still at the bottom of your screen right now, 1-800-HELP-NOW. At the church, there are caseworkers to help people and essential supplies that can be picked up. New tonight, over $6 million is coming to the Mohawk Valley through the Restore New York Communities Initiative. The two big projects are in Utica, was awarded $2 million to support the redevelopment of the former Syracuse Motor Parts building on Hotel Street. The governor says the development team is planning a mixed-use project, including 30 apartments, ground floor retail, commercial space, and on-site parking. According to our archives, the LaHinch Group is behind the project. Huber Brewer is the construction company. And Rome was awarded $1.9 million to support the rehabilitation of a 26,000 square foot vacant industrial building on Railroad Street and Harbor Way. When it's done, the building will offer 3 distinct sections: a nearly 7,000 square foot brewery, a 16,500 square foot section for industrial entertainment, and 3,000 square feet dedicated to maintaining the building, along with the art studio for film and creative design. Traffic alert to pass along starting tomorrow. There will be lane closures.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. Welcome back. We're taking a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radars. Scattered showers continue across central New York. These are moving from southwest to northeast, and we will see more of these as we head into tonight as well as tomorrow. In fact, the activity we're expecting tomorrow is expected to be widespread. 80 degrees in downtown Utica. It is a very warm night and it's very humid. It is going to be a very uncomfortable night for sleeping. A great night to use the air conditioner if you have it. If you're not a fan of humidity, this is not the week for you. We're looking at high levels of humidity. It's going to feel tropical. Dew points will be close to 70 tomorrow. We'll be close to 70 for the rest of the week. Yeah, I think this is going to be the most humid week of the summer. And it doesn't look like we're going to have any breaks in this anytime soon, although some light at the end of the tunnel as we head into the end of, or I should say the beginning of next week. Radar and satellite image showing a disturbance approaching from the west. These scattered showers will be moving into our area as we head into tomorrow. Storm Tracker 2 Skycast, again, a passing shower is possible tonight, rumble of thunder. Overnight lows drop down into the low 70s. Tomorrow, that disturbance is overhead, and I'm expecting some showers and storms to pop up along this as we head into the afternoon and evening, and I think there's going to be numerous showers and storms. High temperatures will be in the low 80s. Tomorrow night, the weather looks dry. On Thursday, a very small chance of a pop-up shower or storm. Otherwise, it's quiet, and it's a hot day, hot and very humid with high temperatures close to 90 degrees. The rainfall tomorrow could be locally heavy. The average rainfall is about a half an inch, but I'm thinking the higher end here could be 1 to 2 inches of rain, perhaps even more, just depending on how these storms play out. So there is a chance of localized flooding, and we're going to keep a close eye on that. As we head into the end of the week, the weather patterns favor a return to wildfire smoke. We dealt with that over the weekend. It looks like more will be moving in from the west as we head into Thursday as well as Friday, which could slightly affect our air quality. We'll keep you posted on that. Scattered storms tonight, low of 71. Showers, thunderstorms tomorrow, highs in the low 80s. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Lots of humidity for the rest of the week. Temperatures in the upper 80s Thursday and Friday. Showers, thunderstorms expected both Saturday and Sunday. Temperatures in the mid-80s. We do get a break from the humidity. Sunshine on Monday and Tuesday. We'll be right back.
Forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis. So what is the likelihood that we're going to have any heavy rain tomorrow?
Pretty good. The high humidity environment is favorable for producing thunderstorms that would produce some very heavy rain. Question is where, when, and how much? And that's something we're going to be keeping an eye on. Again, thunder, definitely a possibility. In terms of severe weather with damaging winds, or hail or tornadoes, the odds are very low. This is not that type of environment to produce that. It's mainly localized flooding, and again, that's just due to high humidity. Out there this evening, a couple of sprinkles. Live look at the Airfield Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. We expect more activity to develop as we head into tomorrow. It's mainly tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening. We're sitting at 78 degrees still at 11 o'clock in the evening. It's a very warm night. It's very humid. It's a good night to run the air conditioner. Overnight lows are expected to drop only into the low 70s, and again, a couple of scattered showers are around. We're tracking the timing of those storms along with when and how long that humidity is going to last, and that's coming up. Jason, back to you.
Staying on the story, the New York State Assembly is sending $2 million to the city of Rome for their tornado recovery. That's according to the Assembly Speaker Carl Heastie, who visited the damaged sites today. News Channel 2's Luke Radel has been following government response to the storm and joins us now live in studio with the latest. Luke, good evening.
Jason, in the 2 weeks since that storm touched down in the city of Rome, a parade of government officials have come through making promises that help is on the way. And tonight, we're seeing the first concrete numbers on how much money will come in from the state. The Speaker of the State Assembly meets with local leaders and sees things on the ground in Rome up close and personal.
You see things on TV or, or people call you and tell you have like your own visual in mind, but it doesn't have the same impact as it does when you actually come in and see it for yourself and to see what has happened, not just to the buildings, but to the people.
The buildings and the people will be getting a 7-figure boost in state assembly funds.
The New York State Assembly is going to do $2 million for the city of Rome. We're going to do $1 million in operating money and then $1 million in capital. But
Visibly excited by this announcement, the mayor of Rome, Jeffrey Lanigan.
It's really going to help us bring back the city to what it was, and I promise you guys from the very beginning we're going to come back bigger and stronger. So this is just a step in the right direction for that. So I truly thank you for that.
Lanigan maintains that roughly $25 million will be needed to pay for the demolition of dozens of buildings damaged beyond repair by the storm. Heastie says a further announcement from the governor's office is coming soon that could provide more funding to the city. The mayor says this is a step in the right direction, but the recovery process is ongoing.
You guys will probably see us back here in a couple weeks asking for more help, but I promise you every dollar and every bit of help is going to go in the right direction. And
now, Jason, in addition to that expected announcement from Governor Hochul in the next few days, we're also continuing to monitor the federal response to the storm. Oneida County Executive Anthony Picenti says they're currently filling out all of the necessary paperwork to apply for money from FEMA. That will help fill up that $25 million hole ripped through the city of Rome 14 short days ago. Jason?
Luke Radel reporting. Thank you. The Red Cross, remember, is set up at St. Peter's Church in Rome for the next couple of weeks to help tornado victims recover. If you would like to donate to the Red Cross efforts, time to do it is now. You see the number right there on your screen. It's 1-800-HELP-NOW. At the church, there are also caseworkers to help people and essential supplies that can be picked up. New tonight, over $6 million is coming to the Mohawk Valley region through the Restore New York Communities Initiative. The city was awarded $2 million to support the redevelopment of the former Syracuse Motor Parts building on Hotel Street. The governor says the development team is planning a mixed-use project including 30 apartments, ground floor retail, commercial space, and on-site parking. According to our archives, the LaHinch Group is behind the project. Huber Brewer is the construction company. Rome was awarded $1.9 million to support the rehabilitation of a 26,000 square foot vacant industrial building on Railroad Street and Harbor Way. When it's done, the building will offer 3 distinct sections: a nearly 7,000 square foot brewery, over 16,000 square foot section for industrial/entertainment, and 3,000 square feet dedicated to maintaining the building, along with an art studio for film and creative design. Traffic alert to pass along. Starting tomorrow, there will be lane.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. It's a really warm and humid summer night here in Central New York. We're taking a live look outside. A couple of scattered showers are continuing. These are very much few and far between, and we could see a passing shower here tonight. It's going to be a much better chance of some showers and storms tomorrow. 78 degrees in downtown Utica. Yeah, it's a really warm night. Overnight lows are only expected to be in the low 70s. And if you're not a fan of humidity, this is going to be a rough week for you. We're looking at tropical levels of humidity throughout the remainder of the week. There's not going to be any breaks here. This will likely be the most humid week of the entire summer. So you look at the radar and satellite image, we're tracking showers and thunderstorms, a weak disturbance moving in from the west. This is going to create showers and storms in our area as we head into tomorrow, especially during the late morning to early afternoon. Tonight, partly cloudy skies. There's a chance of a pop-up thunderstorm. Overnight lows will only be in the low 70s. Tomorrow, we start out the day dry, but some showers and storms are expected during late morning, early afternoon. Showers and storms could produce some locally heavy rain just because of the high humidity in the environment. Temperatures will be in the low 80s for the high. Tomorrow night, the weather does dry out, and then on Thursday, the weather does look better. Looking at mostly dry conditions, but still very humid and hot with high temperatures in the upper 80s. In terms of rainfall, this is going to be highly localized. In general, areas that do get wet, we're thinking maybe about a ½ inch to 1 inch of rain, but there could be some localized higher amounts. 1-2 inches of rain is a possibility. So again, we'll be on the lookout and keep a close eye on things tomorrow for the potential of localized flooding. Now, as we head into the end of the week, the winds are going to turn into the west, and guess what? Wildfire smoke is back. We saw it over the weekend, creating some hazy skies. We'll look for the same to arrive Thursday as well as Friday. Again, the origin is Western Canada. It'll be making its way back to our area. Scattered storms tonight, 71 for the overnight low. Another very humid day tomorrow. Not quite as hot as today, but again, thunderstorms in the afternoon, 82. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Hot, humid Thursday, Friday. Temperatures in the upper 80s. It's going to feel like low 90s. Saturday, Sunday, showers, thunderstorms, still very humid. The humidity starts to break as we head into Monday and Tuesday.
Thick. It's thick out there. I just walked out.
Feels like a swamp.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. Thanks, Bill. Coming up next, the acting Secret Service